Do you have children? Son, daughter? Did you want a son but got a daughter instead? Check this out.
You get a boy when you are favored by God. Everybody with all girls, God don't fuck with you.
What? That's messed up.
God don't fuck with you if you can't make a boy. If you can't make a boy, you are cursed.
That is true.
Your family is about to get fucked forever if you made all girls.
Nigga, that's hilarious.
You must have a boy to stud horse your family forward into the future.
Every man want a son, though. Every man want a son.
You got to have a son. If you can't make a son, motherfucker, God don't fuck with you. You got a boy?
3.
D, you got a boy?
Yep.
Phil, you got boys, don't you? What about you, man? You got a boy? You ain't got no kids?
Got no kids yet.
Yo, you the best one in here.
How old are you?
27.
27 with no kids.
28.
Nice.
28. We gonna follow you, boy. I'm gonna send Jay Will at your ass.
Just wanted to lighten the load, you guys. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Make sure you guys are following Corey Holcomb's channel. Just type his name, Corey Holcomb. Brother is super funny. He says you are cursed if you do not have a boy. If you can't make a boy, you are not in favor of God. Are boys a gift from God? I got 2 boys. I know how to make a boy. There's a technique. There's a technique to make a boy, brothers and sisters. I'll explain it in a members video. He mentioned that one thing that Corey did mention is about passing on your name and your legacy. So in this space, the dating and mating space, we often talk about the thing that women should hold sacred, which is their womb. There's the sanctity of marriage, the purity of their sexual exploitations, and protecting your womb, because that is the highest gift. A child is the highest gift a woman can give a man. What's up, Heather? Because men, what do we look for? You know, why is it that virginity is so coveted? Why is it that a body count as low as possible is so coveted? Why is it that single mothers, they say, it's something that many men don't want? And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's not that they say it, I say it. We talk about value on the sexual marketplace. What up, Isaiah? Why is that so important to men? Because a man wants to carry on his legacy. How important is that? And that's baked in the cake. It's built in that you just want to reproduce yourself, see yourself grow and become something better than you were for the future. Hey, Kimberly. I wonder, do dads with all girls, Kimberly, what do you think? Do fathers with all girls feel less of a man? I'll give you guys a quick story. There's a man that was extremely important in my life. He's a very prominent man here in Los Angeles. He had 3 daughters and a wife. And he was telling his wife, we gonna keep trying until I get my boy. I have a frat brother that did that too. He had daughters. He had twin daughters. Then he had another daughter, I think. He was like, I'm not stopping until I get my son. Why is that so important to men to have that son? The prominent guy I was talking about never did have a son, and he complained. This brother complained. He had problems with his wife. He had problems with his daughters. He became addicted to drugs. He was an alcoholic. He was a drug fiend. He told me a woman would drive you to drink and cause you, and he said a woman will drive you to drink than call you a drunk. He had more problems with these women in his life. He said, you don't know hell. This is what he told me. He said, you don't know hell until you are living in a house full of women. 3 daughters and a wife, 1 man, 4 women in that house. And he said he went through hell, living hell. People talk about how easy it is, how much easier it is to raise sons than daughters. Oh, but boys are so rough. They flip off the sofa. They do all this other. They worry your hair out. You don't know that's only for a short amount of time. See, I had explained to somebody the other day. I said, my sons, they're rough. They like to play. They flip. You worry, are they gonna break a bone? Stitches, busted heads. That's only for a short amount of time. But a daughter, you have to worry about for a lifetime. Yeah, your sons is gonna be rough. They're gonna be doing dirt bike stuff. They're gonna be jumping off rocks. They're gonna be flipping off the back of the sofa. Only for a couple of years in their childhood, when their bones are still flexible and they can still bend and move. But a daughter, you got to worry about forever. Why is it that? Then we talk about the legacy piece. What's up, Clement? Hey, Lakeisha. Isaiah says that's facts. Then you have the legacy part. How do you carry a name? If you have a daughter and all you have is daughters, and your last name is Jones. No, we'll use me. Your last name Rawls, and all I have is daughters. My daughters get married. They change their last name and their children become the last name of that man. My legacy stops with me. Especially if the new man is demanding that his children is called his name, rightfully so. Demanding that his wife changes her name to his last name, rightfully so. That's what I would demand. The legacy stops with me. End of story. Done deal. Legacy is important to men, ladies. Men want boys. Corey says you are not favored by God if you don't have a boy. Do you guys feel, fellas, with daughters? Keep it 100. I know it may not be politically correct to say it out loud. You may not want to, you don't want your wife to hear, or your girlfriend, your baby mama to hear. But do you somehow feel a little unfavored, cursed maybe, because you may have had all girls? Let me ask you this, fellas. Are there any men out there that wanted girls and girls only? Write it in the comments of this video. Are there any men out there that wanted girls and girls only? Are there any men that had children that had a boy and was upset? Damn, I had a son. I was hoping for a daughter. Has anybody ever heard of such a thing? I wish I had all daughters. I don't want no boys. It's interesting. Heather says, let me see. Heather says 6 out of 8 of my siblings have children and we all have boys. First girl was born last year and it took my sister 4 times before she made it. Her sister, Heather's sister, one of the 6 of the 8 children, because there's 2 children that didn't have children at all yet, had to have 3 boys before she finally got her daughter. All the other 5 all had sons, including Heather. Favored by God. Heather is favored by God. Praise. Kimberly says she thinks it depends on the man. But yes, I think it's really important to marry men to have a son. Of course, he won't always admit it because you would never want his daughters to feel less value. Exactly. And that's why I'm asking people to keep it kind of real. I know it's not, you don't want to say it out loud, man. I got daughters. I love her with all my heart. I'd die, I'd kill. I get it. I understand all of that. But the point is, I'm asking, would you rather have sons? Or would you like to have a son? Or did you want only one child and when you had a daughter, you kept going? Are you favored by God? Or do you feel that an innate need, brothers, to keep your legacy going through your sons? Kim says, would you enjoy having a daughter, Shan? Yes, I would. I have 2 sons. I'm good. Would she bring a light that your sons couldn't provide? I don't know. I can't answer that question. I don't have a daughter. I wouldn't know if she'd bring a light that my sons are amazing. Law and Maverick is, if I don't have any more children, I'm cool. If I don't have any more children, I'm cool. Law and Maverick is amazing. I was blessed and favored by the Lord to have those 2 amazing sons. And the thing about my sons is, if I was to have more sons, I'd be just as happy. But if I have no more, I'm good. I'm good with Law and Maverick. Now, if I have a daughter, that'd be awesome. I'd love to have a daughter, but I'm gonna keep it real. Let me answer my own questions. If I would have been blessed with a daughter, I would keep going for a son. If I would have been blessed with another daughter, I'd keep going for another son. I would not stop until I had a son. That's just me. And I would wonder, and I would add, and if I kept having daughters, if I had a daughter the 3rd time, I'd ask God, what have I done, Lord? What have I done to you for you not to bless me with a son? Yes, I would want a daughter, but that's because I got my 2 amazing sons. What up, Ricky? My man Ricky in the house. Hoo-ah! Kimberly says she's blessed to have 1 of each. Fantastic. Fantastic. Kimberly says, I have a very good friend who has 3 daughters who just had a son and he is elated. I can imagine. And he loves his daughters. Of course he loves his daughters. Of course he loves his daughters. I would love my daughters if I had 3. But I would be elated if I had a son as number 4. My boy, to carry on the Rawls legacy, to carry my name on. Oh my God. What does Ricky say? Ricky's like, yo, Shan, the man is responsible for the sex of the child. Most men want a son. Exactly. You know, every fetus, every embryo is created as a woman. And then the man comes in and puts in that X chromosome. I think everything is 2 Y chromosomes, and then that X is inserted later. That's what Ricky is talking about, biologically. Biologically. No, I don't have anybody pregnant, not yet, Island Gal. I don't have anybody pregnant. I wouldn't mind having a daughter, though. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I wouldn't mind having a daughter. If I was blessed with meeting a wonderful, amazing woman that I feel meets all of my criteria in a woman, especially with the shit that I know now on how you women can be, because I'm not going through living hell. I'm not living through hell while I'm alive. I'm not doing that. Fit, feminine, friendly, faithful, and fun. Friendly being the iconic word. There's too many women I'm running into that's not friendly. They're not submissive. They're not cooperative. I don't need all that bullshit that far too many women put men through. You know, I'm not going through that shit. But if I was to find a diamond in the rough and she wanted to have children, oh man, I'd lay it on her every night until we had one. Absolutely. I have no problem with that. And if I met a woman who did not want to have children, I'm cool with that too. Because remember, I got my sons. I'm in a position where I can go either way. I can afford either way. I can roll either way. I wonder, are boy dads more popular with women than girl dads? Like, you know, I don't know if you guys have dog parks in your neighborhood. I don't know where everybody lives, but here in Los Angeles, you know, you can meet a woman at a dog park. You can go to Runyon Canyon and just it's like going to a nightclub, right? And some women tend to like guys with little dogs, cause they, for whatever fucking reason that is, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. Some women also hit on men with children. All the time I'm with my boys and we out, some woman steps and says some slick shit, and where's the wife? I hear that question so goddamn often. Well, where's the wife? I'm like, my ex? Yeah, she lives in the valley. Oh, and then they strike up a conversation. But I wonder, am I getting more love because I'm a father who's taking care of his children? And maybe women somehow thinks that men don't do that, which is bullshit. Or is it because I have 2 sons? Do women prefer, or are boy dads more popular with women than girl dads? I wonder. If you don't have a boy, you not favored by God. Shout out to my man Corey Holcomb. I want you guys to pass this video on. Pass this on to other people and ask them what their opinion is. Tell them to put it in the comments. I'll be curious to. I'll respond to the comments on this one particularly. What's up, Brittany? How you doing? It's the beard. Brittany, what are you talking about? It's the beard. Brittany, are you here? Who are you talking to? Brittany, you flirting with, who you flirting with? Y'all in here. Anyways, I appreciate you guys. Do you have sons? Do you want sons? Do you have daughters? Do you want sons? Do you have daughters and you're happy with daughters and daughters only? Did you only want daughters? I'm curious to know. I told you my position on it, but I'm curious to know what yours is. You guys have a wonderful night. You are dismissed.